y'all doing today? We are...
The new Maverick app lets you spend your trail points to buy stuff, like this cup of coffee. Then you can redeem it instantly in the store.
Hey, looks like you got a free coffee.
Oh, yeah, he just said that.
See?
Hey. I guess I had my Twitch thing in the background still up. Sorry about that. I was just making sure the stream works, which obviously it does. My bad. Did not mean for that to happen. Anyways, welcome back to Vampyr. You guys didn't get too much of a headache with listening to that? Anyways, so yeah, my stream looks good. Alright, so I'm gonna close that window out and we'll get started. Here we go. Welcome to the new time schedule that I have set up. Unfortunately, splitting my sleep like I was doing because of my work is not going to work, so I'll just stay up, stream around this time, and then go to bed and go to work. I have things in store that are coming up soon. I got an Oculus a couple of days ago, so I finally set it up, so I'll start using that, and we'll start playing Oculus games. Oh, yeah, take me to a hospital. Where am I? It is very... It's crazy, but I like it. Love the music.
Hey, Power.
Redbowed Lakes. Hey, how are you? Oh, what happened to music? Oh. Okay, quest is some citizens may have quests for you. If you talk to them, they'll always reward you. Help. Ooh. No. Not loading. Might have to restart. Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Never mind. I gotta give it a second, right?
Stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals.
Answer the door.
What about my thirst for blood?
Oh, what about your thirst for blood?
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
Fine.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
Oh, I didn't mean to snap at her.
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay. Enter the work. I didn't really mean to snap at her, but I was like, I didn't want to tell her this area is off limits. You know? Downstairs, I'm guessing. Oh, hey, there's a box. Something here. What's that? Oh, small bottles. 2 bottles.
It's locked.
my inventory? Oh, there it is. Filter key. How do I use it? Oh, maybe that's not the way I'm supposed to go. Thought it was. Oh, maybe not.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
How do I pull up my weapon again? Square. Okay. Oh. Gimme. Oh fuck, I didn't mean for them to... Damn it! Yeah, fuck it. That one's just walking away. Take care of him. Fight! I like doing that. Okay. He had something on him. Did the other one have something? I guess he did. Oh. What about the first one I killed? Here. Yeah, I got all their blood. For eating someone. Oh, a photograph of the smiling, loving couple written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Investigation. You can start a new season quest when tracking it with Square. Okay. Oh! Is that him? Uh-oh. Lead plate. Sorry about that, my phone was going off. I apologize, I apologize, I apologize. Oh, there's another box. Box. Bullet. Well, that was very dramatic. I was like, what's gonna happen? So that must have been someone, I don't know if someone related to him? I don't know, couldn't tell. Both last names, so maybe. But after the morgue thing, I'll go back to the hospital and talk to him. District status healthy. Bring back the wallet to return. Oh. Last file. Put your weapon away, stupid. Alright. This is just creepy. You know what it reminds me of? It literally reminds me of when I play Resident Evil. Okay, am I not in the right area? Thought I was. Like I'm right on top of it. Maybe it's upstairs. I hear screaming. Yeah, I hear people screaming. There's more vampires here. Is there nothing for me to loot here? Oh, yes. Money! I act like a normal person, I better start getting money, right? Oh, I'm leaving. Oops. Whoops. I didn't know that was an exit. My bad, I gotta go back. I did not know that was an exit. Ah. Just turn around and go back in, right? Gotta go through a loading phase again. Sorry, hold on. Someone was chatting with me, so I wanted to chat back real quick. Typing a message. There. Okay. Let's get back into it. Don't talk to me anymore. I'm streaming. I told you that. Oh. ESI fan 78. Thank you for the follow. You scared the crap out of me. How you doing today? Okay. That looks locked. Upstairs we go. Oh. What up, dude? Oh, shit. Give me that blood. You affected my health, dude. It's a little hard, isn't it?
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Got the first thing I needed. Yeah, I know there's more there. Oh. Shotgun shells. What just opened? A door just opened. Oh. That opened. Scared the crap out of me.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
More supplies. Like, I took everything, but then it shows me 2 bottles of alcohol. Sorry. My freaking hat's starting to hurt my head. But I love my hat. It was custom made just for me. It makes me feel special. Oh shit! Oh, where did you come from? God damn it. Oh shit! He really hit me. Oh my god! I didn't know you could do that! Come on. We do it. I'm gonna die. And I died. I couldn't see. Where did you even come from? Hate him. Bastard. You've been defeated. It's the blood of Susan's. I don't want to eat anyone right now, okay? Besides, it's really my fault. I just couldn't freaking see. am I again? Am I on the bottom floor again? Yeah, I am. Cabinets. Did not look in there. Door opened. I heard the squeak. Note to self, when he pulls out his weapon, that means something is near. I already rooted that stuff. Is it locked? Oh, it's not. Oh, because I had the key. I forgot. Alright, but I still gotta... Oh, I don't have to go upstairs then. I just go downstairs. Fuck. On him. Holy crap.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Not even gonna try, dude. Come on. Oh, don't bite me! Don't bite me! Fucker. Hell's gotta go up. It goes up slowly, but not fully. I noticed that. How do I pull up my other weapon? What do I want to do? Where's my weapon? Oh, grabbed it. Equip that. How do I equip that? Can I equip it? Firearm. Okay, before I even move over there, square is to equip my weapon. Triangle is big. Oh, I give myself health. I can't equip that. Not yet, at least. Oh shit. Woo! Dodge that. Fuck you! I don't know what that did, but... God damn it, I can't see it. Can't see! Fuck. Okay. Oh! You bitch! You should not be allowed to do that. No! Get the fuck away from me. Bastard. Fucking hell, man. Can I do it again? Eee, I can't do it again. Did you actually die? Oh, I guess he did die. I am searching everywhere. Oh, the other side, isn't it? Just calmly walk around. What happened to you? Samuel Connor. 39. Address unknown. Occupation fisherman. Type of death natural. Fast progressive pneumonia by virus induced Spanish flu. Oh, okay.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report.
Nope.
I'd better look into this.
Don't want to look into this. You hear all the bloody screaming. Oh, there's a big glowy chest. Oh, it's
It's locked, all right.
fuck that. Flipped it and pressed triangle. Triangle to directly absorb blood. How do I equip that? It's my problem. I can't equip my shit. I want to equip this. Can I equip? Equip it. How to equip my weapons. Oh, is that how I do it? This is a two-hand thing. Yeah, it's a two-hand thing. Thank you! That's what I wanted to do. Oh, I get it. I get it. Yes. I want to use blood absorption. Offhand. Offhand can equip the gun too. Oh, see, I can do that. Okay, good to know. I think I'm gonna save the gun for like humans. I can't see him anymore. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. That's a nice weapon. I like that weapon. You can stun him. What did I just do? I teleport. Oh, that's how I dodge. How bad I am at this game. Oh. The fuck? Oh, shit!
Skulls can be so ferocious.
That was pretty good.
I'm not sure I can defeat them without
I'm so
becoming
glad I learned to
stronger.
freaking teleport.
To drink blood is so tempting.
Can't do it anymore.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
There's another baddie I gotta fight. Fuck this crap. I heard the door open. Let's try and see if I can get up there. Thought I could. No. How do I get up there? Oh, wait. Yeah, that's up. Oops, wrong one. I always want to press square for that for some reason. Ooh. Analyze that. Analyze that. Nice. Really want to upgrade this Can I upgrade this? I cannot. Lame. What about this? Can I upgrade this? I can. Yes! Love it. Alright, that's all I can do. Love it, love it. Okay. Alright, next. Plunk! Somewhere a door opened. No, I was already in here. Oh, god damn it. Automatic. Hit door. Did I head to the Y? Nine. Needed. I think it's upstairs. It has to be upstairs. Here you go, dude. Shit, there's two. I think he waits patiently for me to eat. Oh, you bitch! No jumping! 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 Allowed. God damn it! What the hell is wrong with me? Why can't I use my buttons? Oh my god! Are you kidding? I was pressing the square and triangle button, and you still. Ooh. I wanted to see what happened. Shut up. I wanted to see what stunning did, which gave me a chance to get some blood, but it didn't help that he like jumped on me right away. Oh shit! And I tried to teleport and didn't do it. No, my controller's not unplugged because I can see it.
Rev.
Yeah, I know. What the hell? Oh, I'm on the stairs. I was like, what the hell am I standing on? Taking your blood. See, he suddenly can't swing the sword anymore. Why? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? What the hell is wrong with this thing? Fucking A, dude. Oh, don't let him jump on you. God damn you guys. Fuck these things. Rest to evolve. Oh. Well, I can't really. There's only one of you, right? Sneak up on him. Oh shit! Where'd you come from? god, camera angle suck! No! Oh, bitch! You bitch! Fuck you! Hate it when they jump on me. Oh. Wait a minute. How far back did you bring me? Oh, I can't open that. Okay, for me to rest, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm still downstairs, aren't I, dude? It's gotta be upstairs, because I didn't see it down here. So I need to be upstairs. What was that? There. Oh, there's a further upstairs. Can't go in that door. Can't go in this door either. What the? Why can't I go in these doors? Fine then. Freaking difficult.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Influenza.
It's locked, all right.
Can't go in there. Ooh. Pulled out his weapon. That usually means someone's villain is right there. Fuck. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh shit! I hear you stomping behind me. I knew I heard you. Fuck! Like they get so many hits on me. Oh, I hate this so much. Come here, you bitch ass punk. Fuck you. Oh my god, I'm gonna die again. I hate you so much right now. Fuck you. Dodge. Dodge again. Dodge again. No, you don't get to jump on me. You don't get to oh god, I can't see. I can see where he's at. Fuck. You. Guess that heals me every time I do that. Heard a door open. There it is. It's the last one I did.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective.
Okay, let me get the fuck out of
They
here.
do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
I gotta go downstairs. Gotta get out. thank you. Sick citizens can be healed with the appropriate treatment. A healthy citizen contribute to raising the health status of the district they belong to. To know. Really? How the fuck are there still them again? They respawn, I swear. I'm a vampire, so you're gonna let me eat before. Dead. You. Oh shit! Where did you come from? Oh god. Dead. Damn it. Come on! Stop it! God fucking damn it! I hate these things! You're all dead. Fuck out of my way. Trash can. Oh shit. I didn't even see you! God damn it. How does he do that? What is he? Is blocking? Fucking A, man. Leave me something? Thank you. Public notice. Cover each cough and sneeze with a handkerchief. Walk to work. Do not spit. Drink from your own cup. Avoid crowds. If ill, go to bed and send for a doctor. Make a mask. Ordinary piece of cloth. With some drink. Tie it around your face. Where am I going? I don't even know. Where did I freaking end up? I ended up like on the other side somewhere.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Of course.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet. with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running?
He's not
There's
wrong.
nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a
I swear I
dirty
asked
job,
him that the
but
last
I
time,
get
but
it
maybe
done.
not.
Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
There's the
Go
hint
there
to go
yourself
get his
if you
wallet.
want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
That's literally everything for him. I could do trade, but
Goodbye, Milton.
I'm not gonna trade just yet.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Craft the treatment for fatigue. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing spreads in. Do not cough in public. You shouldn't do that anyways. Nope, that's not the way to go. My bad. I told you, I'm the biggest person that always get lost, even when they have a map right in front of them. You have enough components to craft a medicine treatment for fatigue. Do I? Treatment for cold, treatment for flu. Oh, I can do treatment for flu. That, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Can't do that, can't do that. Another one. No, I can't do that. Bring the medicine to drain in the patient's room. Do that and then I'm gonna rest. Downstairs. Or maybe not. Oh, downstairs. L3. Oh, forgot about that.
properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove of our methods.
Here we
and
go.
you will
Finally, you've
apologize
returned,
when you
Doctor.
feel better.
Did you find anything of value?
Yep.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Disease decrease the blood quality of his correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Press R1 to check the medical status of
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
In the circumstances, I'm
I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I thought I said that.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening,
hospital
sir.
seems to be falling apart.
Doctor.
But in the circumstances,
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
it's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
So you've got money.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
You're a madame.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Maybe.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
That. Citizens for your memorized level or below and choose wisely. I don't want to kill anyone! At least not right now. Oh shit, how do I get back upstairs? This is all leading outside. Where the fuck did I go?
Words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, sir.
Come now, we can handle this.
On every street corner. A daily routine.
Shiny. Ah. Bottle of cheap gin. What is that? Is that a saw? Oh, it's a hacksaw. I like hacksaws. I can do that. Guess I'll talk to him.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
How does no one question, like, my
Fascinating,
face?
is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
We're not that close. I'm probably gonna kill you later.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
Oh,
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit.
yeah.
Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Possibly delicate. Oh my god, my legs hurt. Alright, so before I do that, I'm gonna go rest. Because I need to rest to evolve. Where the F is my office? That way.
But the suffering continues.
But the suffering continues. Yep, at the end of the hall. Eee. Hoopla! Time to bleed myself out. Look at my freaking eyes! How is no one questioning that? tactical. Oh my god, I would love tactical. What is tactical? Common belief that vampires can disappear into thin air is misleading. Rather, they can greatly increase their speed with blood. It drains the vampire's stamina if they move. Huh. I still want to build up my defense. Boss. Under? Okay, fine. Pause. Shadow Mist. Blood Spear. Shadow Mist. Well, that cost so much. I didn't even realize that I just took like everything I freaking had. 300s, 300s, 300. Don't have enough of that. Oh no. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get more. I'll get more. Following me. Major district events. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district's health status. It can also be degraded due to diseases spreading among citizens. If a district's health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. I have new people. Ooh, if I drain her, I get 260 HP. Still healthy. Wrong way again. I get lost so easily in these games.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for,
Called me
mortal?
immortal.
My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul.
Crazy,
or
crazy.
in your case, a vampire.
Oh, yeah.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality.
Definitely
And you
crazy.
think it is I who am
but
delusional.
there are real vampires. I got something, so for really personal questions.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
I'm not immortal, I'm a
What do
vampire.
you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
I'm pretty sure I am. Considering I am a vampire myself.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
That's funny. Mistress of the Dark.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Sweet. No.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the oldest patient here.
Harriet Jones. Good to know.
Goodbye, Milton.
It's safer here than anywhere else.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
My legs are sticking to my
Mr.
chair.
Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Is it that other chick?
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Yep, that's her.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time.
It's pretty green
My
eyes.
name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure
nice.
is mine,
Be nice to her.
Doctor.
I need help.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
So someone knows you're a vampire.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Well, I mean, is it?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
Didn't I just talk to her?
As others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
I swear I talked to her, didn't I? Or is it someone else I gotta talk to?
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on.
Not really.
See you on the next round.
My nurse Pippa Hawkins. Oh. Oh, wait, the chest closed. No, not that. Thank you.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of
Like I
head
got
surgeon here.
the story.
War injuries, am I right?
You
But
guessed
I am gonna have
right,
to stop
Doctor.
pretty soon because I have to
German shell took my
get some
pretty
food and
little
take a nap.
mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Thomas Elwood.
Have you heard rumors of underhand dealings in the hospital?
If you want to know what's going on here, you better talk to Miss Jones. She knows everything. Especially what she shouldn't.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
I'll come back to you later. Take those. Alright, I gotta find Pippa. Why do I have two? Find Nurse Pippa Hawkins, find Nurse Dorothy Crane, find Nurse... Oh, it's like so many of them. Where the hell are they? Who are you?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr.
right
Jonathan
there.
Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Chat it along with me.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse?
It was
What
pretty
if
bad.
in the end, nobody was spared?
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
I asked that though.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I gotta find the other nurse. Box. Doctor, patient. More stuff. That's supposed to be a mirror. Oh, that. Due to influence, the hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full. Please go back home. What? That sucks. Need to find the nurse. Oh, here's one. Opa! Gotcha.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Oh god, it's her again. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I didn't even notice that it was her again.
It's safer here than
Good evening,
anywhere else
Nurse.
in the East End.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
There we go.
I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique.
Where I drain
Dr.
the blood.
Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could
I
help.
want to like lead
Brilliant
up to
professionals.
the story,
Most
you
of
know, kind of get my bearings.
Dr.
of
Swansea
everything
has
I
a
can
gift
get
for
information.
recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, Nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Okay, good to know.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but... How do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Well, good to know about that. Guess I'll go back to the
I'm not
speed
familiar
job.
with all the staff yet.
Oh, I didn't know I have to.
Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift
And I have
for
her
recruiting
speak up.
talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, Nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak
I didn't
ill
know I
of
was
a
gonna have
colleague.
to go through this cycle again. Speak up.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
And ask any person.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Really?
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I need to find the other nurse. Is she down there?
This is no time for self.
No, she's not. See, find Dorothy in the area. Why are you leading me over here? Bullshit. Oh, that's her again.
At least that mistress of the tower stops.
Nope, that's Pippa. Super quiet.
It's locked.
Long letter. What? Whoa! That is a long letter. See Paul, Mom, and Dad. New hint for Pippa. That is Pippa, right?
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Where's this other nurse? I already talked to you. Box. I want to get through this part. This is like not the hospital. Hey, whoa now. Oh, that's my room. Quick exit for my room. That's funny. I can't make anything else, can I? Nope. Nope. Okay. I don't know where this nurse is. This other nurse, she wouldn't be up here, would she? I think so. Dorothy Crane. Oh, that's not a nurse. There's a box. Boxes, boxes, quiet over here. There's boxes, 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 boxes. Game ready.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
I'd help you, but I can't. This is Pippa.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Okay, I know I have to find the other nurse, but unfortunately for that, I am going to roll it. So, I don't know if I saved. I don't think. This. Oh, okay. Okay, well, but yeah. This will have to be it. I will continue this again probably tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me. Thank you, CSI Fan 78 for the follow, and thank you, Red Boat, for chatting with me. You guys have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I might be a little bit late starting because my new schedule is I still want to start it at 11, but I have to go to the DMV in the morning, so we'll see after I get off of work. So we'll see about what time. Whenever I get home, I'm going to stream. I should be able to do actually a longer stream because I don't work that night, so it'll be definitely a longer stream for tomorrow. Till then, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!